So, what a race that was for the David Leslie Trophy. Congratulations to Logan Hanna on what was an incredible performance, and big respect to Jordan Gronkowski as well. Absolutely wheel to wheel all the way to the finish. That was entertainment at its very finest. So, it's now time for our final race of the day, which is our Mod Sports, Super Sports and SRS runners. Now, need to see if Ian Bonthron has got his BMW M3 running, because unfortunately it broke down on the pace lap last time out. So I wonder if he's got the Bankfoot Bullet running again. I think I can see him there at the back of the pack, so that's good news. And that's a quick race car, so we'll see if he can make his way through. And we saw a brilliant battle between Paul Bryden and Ron Cumming last time in the Paul Bryden in the DTM lookalike BMW M3, and Ron Cumming in the in his kit car, the Nemesis kit car. I knew that was what I was looking for, but I can't see Ron Cumming's red machine out on track right now. Neither can I see Ian Bonthron's BMW, so not to worry, but we are green flag here at Knockhill Racing Circuit. A rolling start for our runners here in the Mod Sports, Super Sports and SRS. So Paul Bryden makes a very clean start to this race, with the number 51 of Roddy Pattison not too far behind him. So Paul Bryden gets through Clark's nice and clean, hard on the power, quite a bit of standing water still coming out the back of that BMW, but the 51 of Roddy Pattison, his Caterham, really on the case into the hairpin. Well, we've been treated to some absolutely stunning motor races so far today. Let's see if we're going to see another one. Well, tell you what, if the number 51 of Roddy Pattison has got anything to do with it, a 56.625 in a Caterham in the dark here at Knockhill, 0.4 of a second quicker than Paul Bryden last time around. So we saw that Paul Bryden's car really good through the bends, good out of corner traction, but was not quite a match in a straight line for the Nemesis kit car of Ron Cumming. Now, will that be the same for Roddy Pattison in his Caterham? Tell you what, he's absolutely pushing the limit in this little Caterham, this number 51 car, silver machine. He's flying down towards the hairpin, but Rob Bryden holding station. So yeah, unfortunately a non-starter for Ron Cumming and Ian Bonthron, sadly. But good news, we've got the number 69 of Hazel Pattison, who unfortunately broke down at the hairpin last race, is back out and running again. So good to see her and her BMW back out on circuit. Oh, goodness me, a fast lap there from Paul Bryden. He's got himself up and running, a 55.501, and he's going quicker again through the opening sector. So Paul Bryden has got that BMW up to temperature. And well, the Munich Missile, it is up and running. He comes through Clark's with the headlights fully on, and well, this gives us a brilliant glimpse of what it'd be like to have an endurance race. Imagine a 24 hours of Knockhill, how cool would that be? Maybe there's an idea to float for next year. As we see Paul Bryden coming around the hairpin with about just under 8 minutes to go in this motor race. What can Roddy Pattison do? He's going really quick in that little Caterham, a 55.874, his personal best, but just about 0.06 of a second slower than Paul Bryden that time around. So not much to separate those guys. Paul Rankin in the 62 machine is in third, with Fiona Kindness in her very loud and rumbly Subaru Impreza in fourth. Paul Rankin in the 62 Westfield with significant aerodynamics at the front and rear of that car. And most of the drivers with full headlights on at the moment, and goodness me, already lap traffic a problem, and especially in these darker conditions that's going to be really, really tricky for some of the runners. But from what I can see, most of the front runners, the guys who will be doing the lapping, have some form of headlights, so that's good. And I tell you what, Roddy Patterson, he is not letting this one go at all, and in fact through the traffic there was quicker, 1.3 seconds quicker than Paul Bryden last time around, and that gap is just a second between Paul Bryden and Roddy Patterson. So who would have thought we'd have had a BMW M3 DTM lookalike and a Caterham going absolutely nose to tail here at the final race of what has been an amazing day of motor racing at Knockhill Racing Circuit. We hope you have enjoyed it here. I certainly have, up here in the Garage Tag commentary tower. So more lap traffic to contend with. Paul Bryden does get past without too much fuss before the hairpin. There's the MR2 there of Alex Fulton, who's just, he gives good room, allows the Caterham of Roddy Patterson to go by. There's a couple of minis drafting each other up the start straight, and whoosh, that would have got a heck of a fight there. Paul Bryden going roaring past in his BMW, and also the Caterham of Roddy Patterson. So Paul Bryden a 55.428 last time around, fastest lap of the race for him, and a 55.7 for Roddy Patterson. See Stuart Robb in the number 7 TVR in 5th position. TVR Tuscan out there today, that is brave. Track temperature now down to 6.5 degrees, so it is really, really close, really, really cold here at Knockhill Racing Circuit. Paul Bryden now coming across quite a big chunk of traffic, and Roddy Patterson is right on the case. 1.3 seconds the gap last time around as they blast over the line. It looks closer, and it is 0.8 of a second, so it's yo-yoing back and forward. And tell you what, Roddy Patterson, that little Caterham, he is just carving through the traffic. Unbelievable stuff. 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go here at Knockhill Raceway. It's just gone 7 minutes past 6 in the evening, and what a conclusion to this to this season here in the Superlap Scotland. Brilliant stuff. We see two minis having a good old dust up there. The 122 machine of, I think the 132 machine, my apologies, of Suzanne Buist battling away there with the, my apologies, the 36, no that's not, there must be the lap apart, my apologies for that one folks, get myself tangled up here in the dark at Knockhill. So Paul Bryden going into Duffus Step, got about a 2 or 3 car length gap from Roddy Patterson, just 0.7 of a second at the line. Just over 3.5 minutes to go in this motor race. Can Roddy Patterson beat Paul Bryden? It's incredibly close between those two guys, two incredibly different vehicles, but very, very close indeed, as the Fiona Kindness now up to 3rd place, gets past Paul Rankin on the last lap. Paul Rankin at the wheel of his Westfield, but Fiona Kindness in that 4-wheel drive Subaru, using all of that traction of that car to her advantage. Brilliant stuff as we see the, goodness me, I can even see the dashboard lights on the little Caterham of Roddy Patterson just glowing in the dark sky here at Knockhill. Over the start finish line they go, 3 minutes to go, and Roddy Patterson, he is absolutely flying at the wheel of that Caterham. He's right in the back of Paul Bryden, and I wonder if he can just get a good drive out of the hairpin, he might well be able to get that move done from Paul Bryden. So Roddy Patterson a 55.386 last time around, the fastest lap of anybody, and just over 1/10 of a second quicker than Paul Bryden that time around, as we see a bit of a battle between the Hondas going on here at the back of at the hairpin, and they are not giving up either of them. That is the number 64 Sean Martin and the 81 of Ian Pittman having a good old dust up there. Sorry, Fraser McNeil, my apologies, the 47 having a good old battle. Fraser McNeil just having to give best there in the 47 machine, and here goes Roddy Patterson. He is on the outside of the 79 of Paul Bryden, going down almost side by side into Duffus Dip, and the BMW of Paul Bryden just that little bit better on the brakes, but they've got quite a bit of lap traffic to worry about here, which is doing the best they can to get out of the way, and does a brilliant job there of not hindering the leaders. 1 minute and 46 seconds to go here at Knockhill. Remember, it's 15 minutes plus a lap, so we need to keep a good eye on the lap timing clock to see. And I tell you what, Roddy Patterson is really putting Paul Bryden in the vice right now, just scampering around. It's kind of like Timon and Pumbaa. You've got this tiny little Caterham and this big BMW. No prizes for guessing which one's Timon and which one's Pumbaa, but equal pace between these two fantastic drivers. But Paul Bryden just gets a good drive again out of the hairpin. What can Roddy Patterson do? He's right behind his BMW rival, just a minute to go, so looks like they'll get 2 more laps, possibly even 3. We'll keep a close eye on that one as we see the number 7 of Stuart Robb there with, and the 62 of Paul Rankin, who's got the most wonderful lights at the top on the roll cage of his Westfield, so not to be outdone by some of the more saloon car based machines. So number 7 Tuscan of Stuart Robb goes over the line in 5th right now. Paul Bryden puts in the best first sector of anyone, so he is really pushing on now, and he has opened up a reasonable gap then to Roddy Patterson, and he has just at the critical moment, and the last lap board is coming out. So the lap counter comes around, the 15 minutes has elapsed, the last lap is being prepared, so the last lap board will be shown this time for Paul Bryden and Roddy Patterson. So Roddy Patterson wants to pull off the big giant killing performance in this little Caterham. He needs to get the move done now. Getting really dark now for these drivers. Brilliant bravery and brilliant skill from everyone here, making their way around here at Knockhill. Just a little bit of that traffic to worry about there at the hairpin. So last lap board is being shown to Paul Bryden and Roddy Patterson, so one more time around. Will he have a go? You can see the green shift light flickering on that Caterham as they head down into Duffus Dip for the final time of the day, the final time of the season for these guys in this class, and it is an absolute dust up now between Paul Bryden and Roddy Patterson. Down through Butchers they go, up to the chicane, left, right, hard on the gas, and Roddy Patterson is right on the case here. Will he make a move into Clark's? That would be a very bold move on the brakes. No, Paul Bryden is got the best of him. Through Clark's they go for the final time. Roddy Patterson opens up all the power on this little Caterham. Can he get it? There's a lot of traffic at the hairpin. It looks like Socky Hall Street at the hairpin right now. Goodness me, it looks like Paul Bryden is going to get it. The checkered flag is prepared for the BMW man, and the checkered flag waves. Paul Bryden then takes it by a whisker from the 51 of Roddy Patterson. What a motor race that was to finish the card here at Knockhill Racing Circuit. Wow. And we wait for our 3rd place runner, Fiona Kindness, and here she comes then in the big burbling Subaru with the number 62 of Paul Rankin in the Westfield not far behind at all, and the TVR Tuscan of Stuart Robb behind as well. So 3rd, 4th and 5th very close. The checkered flag is in the air for them. They come around the chicane for the final time, and Fiona Kindness, she doesn't flinch, and she takes the final spot on the podium from Paul Rankin and Stuart Robb. Brilliant stuff. And we get Ian Pittman over the line in 9th, Natalie Cowie 10th, Adam Morrison 11th, Chad Little 12th, Josh Hislop in 13th, Mark Geraghty 14th, Ross Wilkinson 15th, Alex Fulton 16th, also Sean Martin and Michael Osborne Senior, the last two on the lead lap. So what a brilliant motor race to finish the day, and well, particularly that Formula 4 battle. Wow, Logan Hanna, that is a name to watch here, both at Knockhill but further afield as well.